Carolina Fishing TV, showing you how to catch more fish.
All right, folks, I'm going to welcome everybody to the show today. It's Cap Mike Taylor, Cap Jeff Cronk. I got my nephew, Ryan Taylor. He's done a little bit of tournament fishing with us. I've been fishing with the boy since he was about, well, 2 years old, I believe, we started him. But anyway, we're out here. Right now, we're at AR 330, right?
Yeah.
We're going to chase some bonita this morning. You can see the sun, it just popped up. Nice, beautiful sunrise. Wind's blowing about 5 miles per hour out the southwest. It's going to be a nice day. It's laying out good here. Sea bass.
Nice sea bass. Who's got the bigger one? Man, he's got me.
We've been out here hopping artificial reefs here with about 4 other boats, and none of us have caught a fish yet. Bonita, that is. So we moved over here to a little ledge. We're going to try to catch some flounder. We broke out the scro jigs with the gulp baits on. 2 ounce. Dropped down. I didn't even jig it one time off the bottom.
It's like we said, earlier, we're in late April, and you've just got so much to choose from to do. There's bonita, albacore first for us in March and early April, then bonita in April and early May, and early on in the season like this, inshore, these small boat fishermen like us. I mean, you can run 20 miles off if you want to, but inside of that, 4, 5, 6 miles off the beach, from there back to the beach, there's plenty of sea bass. Mike pulled up on this spot and just immediately, he hit bottom. We were joking around about first flounder, $5, little side bet, and he hits the bottom, doubles over about a few pound sea bass. So. Dead weight, this might be the flatty. No, look at that. That's how thick they are. Look, we're on top of a school sea bass. There's about a 12-incher, 12.5-incher. They were fighting over it, and I hooked them in the side. We're just using basically 1.5 ounce to 2 ounce bucktails. We're tipping them with some gulp, either a 4-inch gulp shrimp or a 4-inch gulp paddle tail, and jigging them off the bottom. We're avoiding a whole lot of the real small sea bass like that. We'll catch usually about 10-inch sea bass on up, several pounds or more.
Need to measure him.
We're fishing about 60 to 65 foot of water. About 5 miles off the beach. There's another one about 12.5 inches, 12 inches.
Nice one.
This is a nice sea bass, guys. This feels like a pretty one. Look at this sea bass. Oh, man.
Nice sea bass.
So that's pretty right there. Look at that. About 1.5 pound sea bass. Excellent fishing. April is the time. April, May. Once the water gets hot and they start pushing offshore a little bit further, and not only that, but then everybody's been out pounding areas and weeding out the big ones. So right now is the time, April, May. If you can't get into those bonita, or even if you do, that bonita bite usually lasts, a couple hours in the morning?
Yeah, it's about 9.
And when that ends, you're out here, why go home? It's a pretty day. Find a good ledge, and you got a variety of bottom fish to jig. You don't have to mess with cut bait and all that. There's what we're throwing. Using a 1 to 2.5, 1 to 3 ounce bucktail, depending on the size of your rod. And you can use fish bites, you can use Berkeley gulp, you can use strip bait if you wanted to, but we're avoiding that. And the sea bass don't really, they've taken the tail off my bait, but I can throw this bait for probably an hour before I have to replace it. So real simple, no mess. Beautiful sea bass, and the best eating there is out here. So pretty one. Watch that screen, you're gonna see him piled up on that screen. There he is, you got him? And this, here they come, here they come.
Small one.
Real nice. You might hike now.
Yeah.
French grunt. But you can drop a sting silver down and tip it with a piece of artificial bait like fish bites. That's shrimp flavored fish bites. Or you can tip it with some cut bait. I can take this little guy here and strip out his side. Again, as long as I've got fish bites or something on the boat or some Berkeley Gulf, I'm not going to cut up a fish for no reason. Oh, a bass, is it?
Yeah, it's a small one. About 10 inches.
Kind of like taking like a bottom fish. There's a little one here. Little guy. That's the drawback of that sting silver. You'll catch these real little ones too.
No. Oh, lost a nice one.
Good one fell off.
Have a bass. Oh,
Flip them in, flip them in. Nice. First flounder of the season offshore. Usually our flounders start pushing in good about mid-May to late May. We're sitting the end of April. They just changed the regulations. April 1st they went to 15 inches on summer flounder in our area.
okay.
Almost 16 is a keeper. We had a really cold winter, and those summer flounder, they catch them anywhere from Massachusetts all the way down to South Carolina, Florida. That's a flounder right there.
That's a flounder.
Got him just barely bouncing off the bottom.
Anyway, we're hoping it's going to be a better season on the flounders. What's happened is that colder weather up north tends to sometimes push those wintering flounder further south, and so when springtime comes around, they come ashore near us.
Flounder, nice one. Get him in here. Nice flounder.
Man, nice flounder. There they are.
I got you.
Mike and I had a little side bet. We're talking about early season. One of us is going to catch a flounder today, so we had a side bet going. And I think just a few minutes ago, he got Ryan in on the side bet. And Ryan just popped two of them. There's about a 3-pounder.
That's a nice one.
Solid 3. See how long he is. About 22 inches long, almost 21 inches long. Really nice flounder. Good job, boy. Sweet. Feels like a little sea bass. Maybe not so little though. It's decent. Knothead. Look at that blue color. It's pretty. If you do that again, we're going to push you overboard.
Nice sea bass.
Pretty sea bass there. 1.5 pounds. Feels like a nice sea bass. Not that nice.
Nice sea bass.
That's a nice sea bass there. Look at the head shake on him. Pretty sea bass. If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was a small group.
No, he didn't dig down like a group would. It's a nice bass.
Pretty sea bass. Look at that. Nice one. Ryan was talking about a minute ago. Grab them by the belly. Don't ever grab them by the back right there. For one, the fins are so sharp. If your hand slides below that and you shake, it's going to dig in. And if you do have them locked on the back side on the gill plate, your thumb or your fingers are right on the sharp edge. You grab them from the belly side, your hands can slide inside of his gill plates, but outside of the gills, you won't go anywhere, and you won't find yourself sliced to the bone. Mike went down to the light tackle. He's wanting to double rods over.
Oh yeah.
He's got a slight disadvantage now. Torque's not the same. I can't imagine if you hook up 2 really nice sea bass on that or 2 really nice flounders.
I'm making it sporty, man. A little bit of a knot on it.
Might be a sea bass.
Boy, flounder happy.
That's because I got a flounder on. Thank you, bud.
Snagged him.
You know they're thick down there, don't you? You come after that, short striked him, bam. Might be a keep. Let's see.
14.5.
April flounders. Chris out of Swansboro, 14 3/4. God, this is a nice one again. This might be the new sea bass for the day for the boat.
No way.
All right, I just told you. Pretty sea bass. He's close. He's approaching 2 pounds. Look, new sea bass for the day. Look, 14 and 15 16, 14 7 8. You gotta love that. You gotta love that tail right there on that sea bass. I gained an inch off that tail, didn't I? We just tried another spot here, and it's kind of slow on this spot, but I felt like a flounder strike right there. It is. It's not real big, but maybe about 14 inches. Spring flounder. Check them out.
That's a flounder. Right there. He feels like a keeper.
This one's 14 and a half. You got a flounder on too there?
I'll mark this spot.
Can you size that one, Mike?
It's a keeper.
Toss that in.
Myself and Jeff, I don't need the net. I don't need the net, I'll flip the net.
I thought it was bigger than that. Nice one.
We run a lot of trips all through the summer on these flounder and sea bass. And it's really pretty simple. I mean, anybody can take this rig right here. We have a 50-pound fluorocarbon leader. Sometimes we tie a swivel here. Sometimes we tie a double uni. Right now I have a double uni. And then a single uni out here. But it's just a simple rig. Tipped it with a 4-inch shrimp. And you can just lift it up about a foot off the bottom, just jig it. They'll grab it, set the hook. Pretty simple. Ladies most time outfish the men for some reason that they go. I don't know why.
They take it nice and easy, and they work that bait real slow.
Yeah. They keep it on the bottom.
We definitely outfished a live bait though. Years ago, even myself, Mike and I both growing up, live bait for flounders, live bait for flounders. That's what we did. We still got a lot of clients that want to use live bait, but I think last season, one day we had, you had one of our clients on, my father on, and a couple of us using live bait, and a couple of us using jigs, and I think my dad had a live bait, didn't catch a flounder all day, and we had 26 or 28 flounders that we caught, so he switched over to the end of the day to a jig. When there's a lot of bottom fish down there, a lot of stuff that would just swallow real quickly, take up live bait, like these sea bass, if the bottom is just covered with these sea bass, 3, 4, 5-inch finger mulch is not going to last but a second down there. And we're able to avoid a lot of the sea bass, the smaller ones, catch the bigger ones, and then catch the flounders, get that reaction strike off.
What size is that sea bass? About 10 inches?
He's about 10 and a half inches. And
so 3 years ago, when they had the 8-inch limit, you would catch a 10-incher like that, like we're catching the 12 and 13s.
Right. Yeah.
There's just a whole lot more sea bass out here now.
Yeah.
Than what
we're south.
3 or 4 years ago, you could put a live finger mullet down there, it was no problem.
Yeah.
Now, you can't keep a 10-inch sea bass off of them. We're working about a 3-foot ledge here. I've actually dove this ledge.
He's got a better fish there. It wouldn't be like Ryan to take 2 big ones on us, would it? He's got a better fish. Unless he snags, he's got a good flounder there.
Oh, I've seen him.
What size was that one you just had, Mike?
That's a nice one. He was 16 inches, about like this one. This is about 18 inches.
Yeah, about 3 pounds, 4 pounds, sorry. Good job, boy.
Boy, done caught another 3-pounder on him.
Ah, he's killing us here.
Oh, wrong, put you on him, didn't he?
Where was that rod at? Look at that flounder. Show that fish to these folks.
Hold him up there. That's a nice flounder.
Take him forward and put him on that ruler. Just get a size on him.
Yeah, that's a key to everybody. When you see a turtle like that, he's going to hang right in the ledge. So if I could show you my machine, but that's how our ledge is working right here. It's from that turtle. If you draw a line from us to the turtle and beyond us, that's our ledge. And that's the ledge we're working catching these fish off of right now. That's a big one there.
That's a big one.
Loggerhead, isn't it? It's got a big old burn on its back.
That turtle's every bit of 4 foot across.
Yeah, he is. He's big now. His head's the size of a football.
Hey, what do we got here? This feels like an oyster toad.
It's heavy like a
I think
You got my rig, I know that. You went and stole my fish right from me in the rig. See how you are.
you might still have them. Yeah.
You got him. It's that little flounder hit my rig.
Little now, he didn't work. He's a flounder. Looks like a Gulf flounder. It is. That's a Gulf flounder. That's different, man. They're real skinny too.
See him with them black dots. That dark camouflage, I mean, he comes right off the ledge. Where this ledge drops off, it turns into sand real quick. You have about, on the top side of the ledge, from right at the ledge, you have about 30 feet of rock coral bottom. He was laying in that rock coral bottom on top of the ledge. Yeah. Flounder right there on that number. That's that number 29.
29.
Yeah, a decent one here. After losing one right there twice.
Stick it in reverse every now and then. Hold it.
Finally got one on here. Feels heavy.
Oh, nice one.
Oh yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Got flounder? Oh, he's got a nice one over here. Bring him up the other side of the boat there.
Look at that.
Mike's got one good 3-pounder and 3+. Good quality class fish, you know.
That was April 26th. Catch them 2 at a time out here, folks. 2 at a time. Nice fish. I don't know. He might be up there back. I'm on the measuring stick here. Make sure that mouth's closed. 14.5.
Look where I got him at.
Boy, that's 2 you snagged today. You got to throw him back.
I will if it's short.
All right, folks, it's about 1 o'clock. We're back here at the dock at Dudley's. As you can see, we had an excellent plan B today.
Oh, yeah.
That is a plan B. We went out to try to catch some bonita early this morning and no luck there, you know. So we put the jigs on the rods and went jigging. Had a pretty good day, didn't we?